Heaven, everyone. This is Tycoon with it for istrep.cash, and today we're going to be going over buying stuff, right? So when somebody buys an actual physical product off the site, yeah, we're about to see how that goes. All right. So of course they see here, and these are digital, right? So we're only looking at the physical one here, right? And all right, you get down here and you'll have all of the products that we have on the site. This is the test site. So we have the products here, right? And then we can hit this D/PPC. So that's digital PPCs, and we'll see only digital PPC products, right? Or we can hit the P, and that's physical products, right? So you get the P, you get your physical products, right? So we're looking and we're going over physical products, yeah? Yes. So we click in that product and we see that it's two benjos, and we can click here for more info, and that just pops us out to the PPC page, which we've been over a lot. Yeah. And that refreshes it, takes it back, right? Because you can also buy from the product page, right? We'll just go back here where we have our front facing. And so you see we got our digital product here, our NFT pick here, and this is where our backstory is going to be. And then we got our NPR, our ITD, our token holder, mandatory allocation, and we got our tier monthly PosPegg rebate, right? Oh, and so if you like that, you're like, yep, I like it, I'm gonna add it to the cart. Whoosh. Okay, so it goes off. It does all that back stuff in there. And this is the beautiful thing about cryptocurrency, right? So we can hit that shopping cart here, right? And we can see here, we got some things loaded up here, and we'll get rid of those, right? So we see that it gives us our physical product, and then it gives us our NFT picture, has the price right here. It puts the shipping in there. Yeah, and we can come in and we can see that istrep, it has a fee of 24 cents. Right? It costs to do these things and to store this memory. So we have a total here of 205.24, and we can say, okay, how are we going to pay? Right? You can pay in Tether. We'll be expanding to all kinds of stable coins, apparently, since they just passed the stablecoin bill. And you can pay in some Bitcoin Cash, you can pay in some eCash. You can just click in there. Yes, you come on down here to this how to pay, and you can see we can click on Tether here, and it says send 207 to this particular Tether address. Oh, so you can copy these company wallet address here. You can copy the total by hitting here in order to build out your transaction on your side without having to worry about, okay, come on over here, let me grab this, and then I'm gonna copy this. You can just press these buttons here, and you can come back in and put in your TXID, put in your wallet address, put in your shipping address, right? Put in your shipping address, press done, right? Or if you dislike the Tether, it's like, well, let me just see what the Bitcoin can, right? Or you can send 0.3788 BCH2. And remember, all of our data comes from the CoinMarket API for all your crypto data needs. CoinMarketCap.cash. This is CoinMarketCap.com. Yes. So you can see it to send it to this particular Bitcoin address. Remember, this is examples, right? So when you get in there, it'll be good for you. Okay. Or you can go back. Yeah. You can come in and you can hit that eCash, right? And you can see you're going to need to send 8 million eCash over for this 207. I love eCash for the mass payment idea of it, but all of this future value that I'm about to push off for this, right? eCash gonna go to $1. So I'm like, maybe purchasing these things, if your eCash is generating the proof of stake to where you can do these type of things, yes. Otherwise, use that eCash to send off your small payments, right? We do one to many transactions. Yes, the one to many transactions. That is what the eCash is good for. To buy, I think that to buy, you are going to be using your stable coins because it's stable, right? Like if I'm sitting here and I don't push 205 in here to use this value, I kind of just like 205 to be in there instead of 203 or 216 or having it sitting in there and it's jumping. I agree with the stable coins, but whenever you're paying me because I own an NFT or you're paying me because I own a token, I need that in coin, brother. I need that in the up and down, ma'am. Yes, to all you builders of products out here. All right, so yeah, when you do that, it'll go ahead and send it on back. So let's go ahead and do this USDT one here, and we'll just use some fictitious information, right? Because it's an example. So we just throw this in here because it's the blockchain. The transaction has to be on the blockchain for us to think it's true, right? So you can put anything in here, you'll get flagged, and 3 times you get flagged, you're gonna get suspended for 3 months. So yeah, try your luck. Yes, please, just good actors. If you're a bad actor, go to a different site and play with them. Yes, if you're only good actors here, pretty please, just be good actors. Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and we will paste in our Tether wallet address, right? Wherever your Tether wallet address is, wherever you have that wallet, you just grab it, paste it on in here. We'll just use the company wallet. Yeah. And then we can do some shipping address. 75 G wash Y 3695. Oh, excellent. So we'll go ahead and we'll say that's done. And since this is an example, it's all gonna go through. But you guess how to send crypto, right? If you're having a problem or if you feel kind of wooshy about sending a cryptocurrency payment, right? This is for somebody else. You stick with your cash. Yes, the meetup group will be in your area in a couple of months. Yeah, so you just chill out. Somebody will walk you through crypto payments so you'll get comfortable, right? So this is for people who are comfortable making crypto payments. All right, so let's go and see how we actually verify these crypto payments here. So let's get into here. And we'll go to the mobile view site. We'll go to the desktop view site. And we will need to be going into the settings. And you go down into the work. This is a company video part right here. And we will be looking for BPTs, and we'll be looking for the USDT, and we can see here that our first verification has popped up saying, hey, is this a real actual transaction, or is it someone who's trying to get strike 1 or strike 2 or strike 3? Yeah. So of course this is a regular istrep.cash form where we are asking for the upload TX of the hyperlink to the blockchain explorer so that the verification the year of after you can go and look it up easy. We done been through this already. So we got the transaction hash here. We says from this wallet to this wallet. And this is the receive. So of course we'd have to get the transaction hash and go to the block explorer. Let's say it's an eCash Block Explorer, even though it was a Tether Block Explorer. Either way, right? So you got your Block Explorer, and you're in here, and so you got your Block Explorer. You went to the Block Explorer. Block Explorer was like, yeah, this transaction occurred. It occurred. That slide was proper. It was correct. Yes. So you say coins received. 207, just like the cart total over here, right? Then we hit that verify USDT because it's USDT. This is the cart total and the C received. They'll change up depending on whether it's USDT, BCH, or ZEC, right? So we go ahead and we have to paste this in right here. We can happily come to our Block Explorer, copy that entire link here, come back in, paste that entire link here. If you get this wrong, you will get a strike, yeah? And you'll get a token too, yes? It's like, come on, take your time, get your verifications correct. If you need a break, close your eyes, hold your head back, take a couple deep breaths. Yes, and they push that one. That's the end of it, because then you come into here, and this is where the second can work, right? If you're an admin, you're going to see this star appear. If you're a second, you're going to see this star appear. You click that star to get this second group of buttons here, so you can do the second verification, right? Because if this is money, yo, we verifying 3 times, right? So we go in here, yeah, and we have our transaction hash. We have from this to this. We have sum received. We have cart total. We have USD correct, ister wrong, yield wrong. So if either of this turns out to be wrong, we push these buttons. It reverses a lot of things, send things back. And if it's correct, it'll go ahead and it'll create a send to DP, right? Because it's just like Swift, right? So when somebody buys the product, right, they pay us, right? And so it becomes our responsibility to pay the actual owners of the product, right? So this is exactly what this system does right here, right? It says I received DP, to send DP 205, company DP 2, right? So out of this particular deal right here, we made $2, right? Yes. Yes. So this is what that says right there, right? It just shows you the real simple mathematics of it, because selling mathematics is simple. So we have a nice little breakdown down here also, yeah? So we got send DP 205, right? Send digital property to the product maker, right? USD to Benjo, right? Receive wallet, send company wallet, right? Platform fee. This is our platform fee. So when the second comes in and the second says, okay, this is an actual valid transaction, because they'll get this and they'll go look too, right? So once they look, right, or once they look, right, they come in and they're like, okay, yes, everything's correct. Then they press that button there, and their job is done as far as being able to do this, right? Then it goes from here and it goes back to the actual admin of istrep.cash. So we do two preliminary verifications here, right? Regular yield's going to do this verification. Second's going to do this verification. Second probably has to come back to the admin panel, right, and do these verifications also, right? Well, these will be specialized people who are just carrying out the payments that need to happen. All right, so once we get back here, we have 2 columns. We have vendors that need to get paid, and you can see we had the 205 here, right? Because the total deal is 207. We get to keep 2. So we have this, and we can download this list to go and send out that payment, right? Or we can have vendors here that need to get paid, right? So we have a 24-hour payment, right? So if we still have a day to pay you, we'll wait for that day to get paid, right? So we say the date, vendors that need to get paid, date 1/18/25. These are examples of what I was using when I was building out this process, right? And then we can come here and we can actually see the vendors that have gotten paid, right? Okay, so all the processes hinge on the buttons. So once we pop this button here and we get that list, right, we are ready to go on to the next kind of verification, right? So we'll hit this right here, and we can see we got ZV Pay 8, ZV Pay 16, ZV Pay 1. All right, and let's see which one is ours. So yeah, after we hit that download button from our vendors getting paid, we come on over here to the star, which represents a deeper step, and we can come down here to 1, and we can see this is July 20th, 2025. And when we carried out that transaction, right, we need to come and we need to get the transaction ID, right? Yes. And we can go ahead, because this is us building out the transaction. This is us reporting our transaction back into the network, right? So the user paid us for the product. We have did a transaction to pay the creator for the product. 205 time. Right, and then once it turns golden down here, we can actually hit that to send us on our next process, which does all the things that need to get done in the back end so that the creator can ship the product out, right? Because I get paid, creator gets paid, creator ships the product out. And this is also where we, through back end processes, lock the payment to the user. Yeah, because the user can only scan when the QR code is actually locked to them. So that's going to cut down on all stealing, because you can get the product, but the point is to get the PosPegg of the product, is to get the monthly PosPegg rebate of the product, right? Well, you can only do that if the product is actually locked to you. You're welcome, guys. This is what you actually get when you do your own payment processing. So yeah, once you do that, it fires it off, and we'll go and get into the other profile so we can see what it looks like for the actual user, right? And it sends off emails and all that other good stuff, just the regular business stuff. Yeah. Alrighty, yes, you see we have changed users to be the creator instead of the buyer. Yeah. So we'll come on down to our Eat With collection. We'll come into the have, yeah, and we'll see TPO, BPT, yeah. So there is the product here, right? As you see, yes, it says fulfillment orders, and we can click into here and we can see the address here, yeah. And you can see the reminder, send PPC QR code and product QR code, as you see in the product picture that is attached to this. So you input the paste tracking ID as the product creator, yeah. Put in your tracking ID, get this address here, make your label for it, put your tracking ID in there, press that done. And that's how it goes. Yeah. And then once they get the product and scan it in, you will be able to send them their TPO. So we'll be making a video on actually scanning in your product for the first time, since we actually locked that product to the other user, so we can make a video out of it. So yeah, that has been the process of what happens when you actually buy a product from istrep.cash. Yeah, love you all. Awesome.